Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is going to be a super exciting one because I'm collabing again with Erica Conger and Smiley Shani. We recently did a collab together, the three of us, because I kind of horned in on Shani and Erica's. And this time we're getting Shani to horn in on mine and Erica's. And this is obviously the vacation tag question video. So we're going to answer 15 questions about vacations and do an eye look that is inspired from a photo taken on vacation. The photo I picked, I was torn between two different vacations, even though they're kind of the same thing. But the photo I picked just feels like the right one. I'm going to insert it here so you can see what it is. That was a picture of Mike the morning of our ceremony when he saw me coming into view. So that just feels like a good picture to duplicate. So I chose my Nomad and Ensenadas palette. I'm going to use the neutral shades in here, and I picked out the Nomad Fire and Ice palette for the blues, for the blue in the picture. So hopefully I can make this work and be somewhat cohesive. My friend Karen asked if I could do a neutral look with a hint of blue, so she could see someone who quote unquote knew what they were doing and she could duplicate it. So this is going to work out really well for me because I do kind of have an idea, because like Shani, when we do our Copy Kitty videos, Shani can see a picture and recreate a look just based on the colors in the picture. I do not have that ability. I'm not talented whatsoever when it comes to creativity. So this will help me a bit with creating a look that's actually wearable, if you know what I mean. Obviously, I'm going to have Shani and Erica's channels linked in the description box. If you haven't checked out our last collab, you definitely should watch their videos. These women are amazing. Shani is smart and funny and beautiful and just so spectacularly successful. And Erica is kind and supportive and so incredibly creative when it comes to the makeups. We're newer friends. I don't know a boatload about Erica, except that she is genuinely a lovely human. And I'm so glad that we're becoming more and more friends. You know, we've been friends for a while, but I like it when it turns into more than just friends on the YouTubes, where it's we're kind of in each other's lives a little bit, even from a distance. So I'm going to stop yammering and yammer about the questions and answers in this tag. If you do this video, definitely tag us in it because we would love to come and watch and support. So, all right, I'm going to zoom you in and we're going to do a little look and answer some questions. Question number 1 is, where is a place you've always wanted to travel to? I would really like to go to Europe. I think that would be just the best. I haven't been a lot of places, to be perfectly honest, but the idea of going to Europe really gets my goat. I know we would really like to go to Scotland and Ireland and, just go and see places with history. Mike really wants to go to Germany, just, to see what else there is in the world that we don't have here in the US. Number 2, what's the furthest destination from home you've ever traveled to? I'm assuming it's the Caribbean. Like I said, I haven't traveled a lot, but Mike and I definitely have in the past 10-ish years cruised a lot, and we definitely prefer the Caribbean. I don't like being cold, and we used to go for much of February and March as we could. So I'm pretty sure the Caribbean is the farthest I've traveled from home. Number 3, how often during the year do you vacation? It's not a yearly thing. It used to be for like 9 years, once a year, we would go to the Caribbean. But since the panini and all of that, we haven't gone as much. So it's pretty much like an every other year kind of a thing at this point. We aren't big vacationers. All right, number 4. Do you prefer to travel or would you rather have a staycation? Oh, I would prefer to travel. I love traveling and I'm home a lot. So going out into the world and seeing new things and doing new things definitely appeals to me. Number 5, what is the most fun vacation you've ever experienced? Where did you go and who with? Again, I don't vacation much, so it would definitely be a cruise. And it's always Mike and I. And we have a couple that we're friends with here that we cruise with whenever possible. They have a daughter who is still young, so they had to skip out on a few cruises. And then we had other friends from Pennsylvania that we used to cruise with. Connie died a couple of years ago, so we don't do that anymore. But then we have our other friends, Betty and John, who live in Virginia, and our friends Lars and Inga, who live in Denmark. So when we cruise, we usually all kind of cruise together, and it's so much fun. Oh, I love cruising. Did I answer the question? I mean, it's cruising and with our friends. Number 6, have you ever been on a vacation from hell? If so, what happened? No, I have not. We've been incredibly fortunate in our vacations, our travel. We did, I mean, this is not hellish by any means, but we did, coming home from a vacation, our flight was delayed. So the airline gave us like vouchers to get food. Mike and I declined because there were people who had been at the airport literally for 12 hours and they were getting our airplane. So we just sat and waited patiently, knowing how incredibly lucky we were that it was going to be like a 40-minute delay. And these people had been waiting all day. So, I mean, listening to some of the other people on our flight complain about the delay was mind-blowing. How unhappy they were and how unfair it was to them that we were going to have a delay. Stuff like that baffles me. Okay, number 7, who in your life do you enjoy traveling with the most? I'm going to say Mike because I wouldn't travel without him. But to be completely honest, it is, I think, more fun when you travel with friends. I think it just makes the experience that much better, you know. Mike and I did our first cruise by ourselves, and I said, never again would we cruise by ourselves. Because just the two of us together, we're just not that fun. Like, we're not. So we make it a point to cruise with friends, which works out perfectly for everybody involved. Number 8, describe a happy memory of a vacation from your youth. No can do. I don't have any. Not a single solitary one. Number 9, you've won a vacation with 3 options to choose from. The beach, the mountains, or a cruise. Which would you choose and why? I think at this point you won't be surprised to hear me say a cruise. If you've never been on a cruise, it's hard to explain, but there is nothing like it. Because on a cruise ship, you can't go anywhere. And you can only do exactly what you want to do. There are activities, or you cannot. And then, like, one of my favorite aspects about the cruise is that you can taste test different places. So essentially, a cruise ship is a floating hotel, a restaurant, shopping center, like all the things you could need while you're traveling. And then you get to spend a day in different places and see what it's like there and the people and all of those things, which to me is like the best thing ever. I love, love, love cruising. You are on a big floating boat in the middle of the ocean, so if water scares you, then, I mean, obviously you're not going to have fun. But the level of relaxation on a cruise ship is like nothing I've ever experienced. It was incredibly interesting the first time. And when we went on a 9-day cruise. That was our shortest cruise, and it was our first one. And when it was over, like the day before, and you start talking about packing up and disembarking and all the things, we experienced a level of depression I had never experienced, Mike had never experienced, because it was genuinely our first vacation, like real vacation. And to have felt what that was like, it was just literally like nothing you can explain. It's the most amazing thing ever. Okay. Number 10. How do you pack for a vacation? Take too much, take too little, or just right? I take way too much. I want to have options. I want all of the things available to me, no matter what. I actually filmed what makeup I was taking with me on my cruise the last time we went. And it was a small suitcase of makeup. Like, I take a lot. I take every possible dress I could possibly maybe want to wear. I take everything, all the bathing suits, all the possible wraps. And in my case, I have to bring a heavy sweater and scarves because I get cold. I'm probably the only person on a cruise ship who wants the heat on, but I definitely do. Number 11, if given the choice to fly, take a train, or drive your own car to a vacation destination, what would you choose and why? I would, if I could go anywhere I wanted to in a car, I would. I love, love, love being in a car and driving. This is going to sound kind of crazy, but it is kind of like an equalizer. Everybody in the car is sitting. Everybody in the car is going to the same place. Everybody in the car is basically stuck, which is what it's like for me all the time because I can't walk. I can't just like get up and go and do things. And I really like being in the car. There's music, there's time to chat. It's just, in my opinion, a really fun experience. Even with Mike, who won't talk to me, there's still music. Number 12, where is a vacation destination that you feel the most at home? I mean, I've only really ever cruised for vacation. So I guess it would have to be on a cruise ship. And I do feel very at home on a cruise ship. I used to live in Florida, so when we fly and sail out of Fort Lauderdale or Miami or Tampa. When we get into the airport and I go outside, it feels like home, but because Florida was my home, so, but only because I lived there. Number 13, are you a roughing it type of traveler, or do you prefer the 5-star hotel type of traveling experience? My idea of roughing it is a 5-star hotel experience. I am not the girl who is going to enjoy not having running water and electricity and a flat iron and a mirror and all the makeups. That's just not who I am. Pretending otherwise is silly. Number 14, is it more fun to travel with friends or family? I have never traveled with family. I'm going in with the shimmery blue. I think I'm gonna mix it with the green for that kind of Caribbean blue look. I've only ever traveled with Mike and my friends. So I honestly don't know. I would love to vacation with my kids and their kids and my sister. Like, that would be so cool. But I've never done it. I'm just going to get the other eye done. Throw on some liner and mascara, and then I'll come back and show you the finished look and answer the last question. All right, this is the final look. Let me zoom you in real quick for an up close so you can see what you think. And now I'll scoot you out and we can answer the final question. All right, the last question is, where is the next place you're planning on going for a vacation? We haven't planned anything yet, but it's probably going to be a cruise in the Caribbean, because that's what we do. It's what we like. And I think our friends are going to go with us, or we're going to go with them. We're going together. So that'll be fun, but nothing is set in stone yet. So that is it. I'm afraid most of my answers were pretty boring. We're not really vacationers. We go on the cruise and that's pretty much it. But I would love to know all your vacation answers. Do you go regularly? Have you ever been on a cruise? Do you love it? Do you hate it? All the things. I cannot wait to hear what Shani and Erica say in their videos. I'm so excited to go watch them. Hopefully you enjoyed this one and theirs as well. And if you're coming from one of their videos and we haven't said hi before, say hey in the comment section so I can respond to you personally, because I really like making new friends. I love talking about makeup. And if you love Shani or Erica, then I know I'm gonna love you. So hopefully you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.